I got some really interesting comments on that last video about this wrapping head. And I have the problem solved. I've had it solved for several days now. I just haven't caught up on my YouTube, uploads. This shit's in the can. I've even gotten phone calls, I've gotten emails, I've gotten text messages on what I should do to fix this header. Well, the long and the short of it is that this header was a specialty head, which I think I've explained in the past. I drove 6,000 miles both ways to go get this thing and bring it home. And that's cool, I had no problem with that. Me and Teresa went and we picked it up. It was great. But it was a specialty head, so it has a specialty purpose. The auger in the center of it was designed to move hay through it at a gentle speed. Why they sped that auger up is still a mystery to me. I slowed it back down to where it should have been. At least Timothy did. I didn't do the job. Tim did. And yeah, so I slowed it down. Now, the flippers that were in the machine, the ones that I put in and the ones that were in there are now gone. And the problem is solved. There was a couple of things that was causing a little bit of an ass ache. And I believe that one of them was the stripper at the back. Right here, there's a stripper in the back. See it? Right there. Well, that stripper the bolt was broke off of it, and you can see I've got a new bolt in there. And I bolted it back on. And that actually didn't help completely, but it did help, stop the wrap. So this is a stone guard that they drape in these heads. And as you can see, my auger is now naked. Alright. Now I know a lot of you guys were saying, oh, well, you could just take that auger out of there and put a piece of tin in the back of the thing to force the hay down to spread it out wider. Well, no. It spreads out exactly as wide as this opening is right here. And to put a piece of tin down there would be pointless because the hay just falls off the back of the cutter bar as it goes through. It actually hits the auger and then it goes right down. So now that the wrapping issue is gone, I would like to say that I was seriously considering taking the auger out. Now the problem with taking the auger out is pretty simple. Well, it's a simple problem. The problem is I would have to take these turtles off and flip them, or at least I would have to take this turtle and move it down there, because everything would have to turn the same direction till it got to this point. Okay, so when this one here would come, this one would have to be going this way when in fact it is going that way. They turn into one another on New Holland. Okay, see what happens here when I turn that. So this one's turning in, this one's turning in. So they wouldn't pass the hay from one to the other. Where if I did take the auger out, I would have to put 2 towers up here. 2 towers, not one, but 2. I'd have to have a tower here because this one here would pass the hay to this one, and that tower would pass the hay to this one, and there would be a line of hay, and then this tower, so I'd have to have 1, 2, 3 towers to eject the hay outward. And this one, this one would have to be turned going in, and this one here would have to be turned the opposite direction. So it would be a great undertaking to do that job if that's what I was going to do. But I don't have to do that because I got the thing straightened out. So the flippers, as you can see, they're gone. Everything is working perfectly. We were in hay today. Today, there's probably 4.5 ton hay. It was 6 feet tall, reed canary grass. It was laid over and nasty and gnarly, and that was the type of hay that was wrapping. Low hay, something that is just up to the hood as you're going over it, that doesn't wrap. But any hay that is laying into the machine, that's what was wrapping, that was causing the wrap. So everything's clean, the auger's naked, everything works. I've slowed it back down. I am very happy with this head. Someone asked me if I would ever be happy with the head. Well, another YouTuber said, do one thing at a time until you figure it out. And that's exactly what we did, or I did, is, I added the flippers. That didn't work. So it made it worse. So I took the flippers out of the center. That made it better. Then I took the flippers that I put in completely out, ground it flat, it's good to go. Waxing that pipe in there would do absolutely nothing because grass juice is like mud, and mud sticks to everything, waxed, graphite, or anything, it doesn't matter. So anyway, we mowed today, me and Dad knocked down about 100 acres. I used the John Deere, he used this one. He had no complaints whatsoever, so it's working perfectly. Yeah, so there it is. The long and the short of it was just a research and development, and if I do see another one of these headers, I will buy another header like that. I certainly will, because I need spare parts and stuff. And that thing was $5,900. I don't have anything but $1,000 to go get it and bring it back. Maybe a little more. I think it was $1,100 to do that. It would have cost me nearly $3,000 to have it shipped. So anybody that was complaining about me driving all the way across the country, you know, to save a little money, it was worth the trip. It was a nice ride. I got to spend time with Teresa, and I got to meet Ken Coates and some other people along the way. I was recognized no less than 4 times in rest stops and fuel stations, and I know a couple of people were looking at me like, I know that guy from someplace, but I didn't say anything. So, but anyways, yeah, that was a great time. So anyways, the next footage you're going to see of that machine is actually of it going through some serious material. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Right?